Hello there, after a week of failed attempts, I managed to get online again. So, there I am, after earning 3000 Alpha UEC doing first opening delivery quest. That took me approximately 3 hours to do. Hey, if anyone is curious, here is my previous video's earnings breakdown. So, I made a whopping 1000 Alpha UEC per hour in revenue, but the enjoyment I had was priceless, so I'll take that swap any day. After completing that quest, I gained reputation bar for Ling family haulage and the Civic Defense Force. I suppose that I am now employed by them. I am only an applicant with the Civilian Defense Force, but I became a junior runner with Ling family hauling and received a ton of different quests for that family, all of which range from 3k to 10k Alpha UEC. So, let's see how long will it take to reach those 1 million Alpha UEC from delivery quests. Of course, I'll take the 10k offer due to my own greed, other factors, and the pressure I feel from not having enough time. I want to do this as quickly as possible for an unexplained reason, which is impossible, but why would I argue with those voices? No matter what I tell them, they always manage to prevail, so let's give them another chance. As I was saying, I took the 10k quest, and I was on my jolly way. Learning valuable lesson creating last video, off camera, I made sure that I had all of my key binds ready so I don't get surprised again. After carefully making my way there and scanning the area for any potential hazards, I have decided to land and pick the package. I realized the package was within this enclosed contraption and drew out my tractor beam apparatus, deciding to tractor beam the box to the ship. Half an hour later, and 500 try, I succeeded getting on top of the construct. Mind you, this all is happening in a low gravity environment. I managed to get the package and was trying to beam it to the ship. But at that moment, the package decided to deliver it by himself. So there I was thinking, okay, great, well, fine. While he delivers himself, I will grab the others. Actually, the Joe, he shall be referred to as Joe, was the cause of what was happening. By the way, that's the name I gave to the voice in my head that screams at me. Joe hoped that the package would arrive on the other side of the moon so that we could pick him up later and complete the mission. We can all agree that will never happen, but Joe obviously doesn't give a fuck what we think or know. Joe knows. Therefore, with no other choice in sight, we continued the search. While we were on our way, I started a pretty loud argument with Joe, and my girlfriend came to my room and asked, "Who are you talking to?" Because to be honest, I was pretty rude to little Joe. Joe was the first name that came to mind, so I told her that it was Joe. He's just making me mad while we play the game. To my astonishment, she simply answered, "Lower yourself a little bit and have fun," with no additional queries coming my way. Oh my god, at that moment Joe suddenly came to life and I began to fear for my mental health, but the packages were waiting and Joe was shrieking, so we carried on. No questions asked. We went and picked up the rest of the packages, did the successful deliveries of them all, and all what was left to do is to go and pick up the self-delivering package. As we reached the coordinates, it became clear that the package is stuck somewhere in the middle of the moon and we will never going to get it. After having nice and peaceful word with Joe, we both decided that it will be the best if we abandon the quest and do another one, because the last package did what packages do. And so we continued our journey. After picking the next quest, we were positive we will be able to do this one for sure. Knowing what we know now, there was nothing stopping us from fulfilling the task in front of us. Or so we thought. After picking the next quest, we went decisively on to carry every package with our hands and do not use multi-tool at all, because like that we will have a complete control of the outcome. First delivery went as smooth as possible. But the second one was another disaster. After trying everything possible and waiting for as long as possible, we had no choice. Another quest abandonment incoming, and we are starting again from the scratch. I mean, who cares? Until now, we are having very immersive gameplay on our hands. But as I wanted to take another quest from La Familia, the shit hit the fan, and all of a sudden, I was not eligible to take any. Does it mean that Cosa Nostra is now after me? No, it only means that I don't have a clue what to do now and how to become eligible again. Because La Familia hated me. You, Joe, and my sweet mother, we were doomed. After this happened, I was thinking to myself, that's it, I am done, I will do a couple of bounties and go off, fuck this shit. But then the epiphany struck me, and I remembered why I was doing these videos in the first place. To not give up and to go through with what I started, and I said to myself, we are not giving up now. After one shy hour of gameplay and total disaster, there I was, picking all of the delivery quests I could and doing them all at the same time, and if something happens, well, if not, well, at least I tried everything and I will blame it on the weatherman. While I was questing, I turned the Spotify on and let the music play. All of the sudden Joe was gone and I started enjoying my game and having fun. Fuck you, Joe. After I picked every possible crate that the quests wanted, I delivered all except last two. The last two needed to be delivered to Grimhex, so with my luck I was thinking, oh god, here we go, I will approach Grimhex and get blown to pieces by some crazy motherfucker who sits in asteroids and waits for such idiots as myself. As that didn't happen, I needed to land as soon as possible, and of course not outside. I didn't want to risk some other psychopath ramming my ship and destroying my whole effort. Then this happened, but thank God for persistency. I jumped back in and I surprisingly continued where I got kicked out. Only problem that I had was getting into the elevator while holding this stupid ass box in my hands. And then after a while I found the solution to this problem. Oh, I guess trying everything pays off and we learn stuff. As long as we are here, let me show you what I have learned. It is something useful, so you don't have to repeat my lunatic behavior and be dropping boxes and picking them up while the elevator doors shut in your face. I mean, look at me, like some kind of an idiot. But at least Joe was having a blast. Only thing you need to do when you approach such elevator calling display while carrying the box is crouch and then call it. It works like a charm and you don't need to drop the boxes around. You are more than welcome. After I was finished with the deliveries, I checked my report status and voila, oh my god, I was happy as a little kid. Motherfucker Joe went silent. Well, what can I say? And good. All good. So, folks, that would be it for this one. I will continue the journey in the next video, but until then, have a nice day. Sincerely yours, Joe and Feeding. Okay, bye bye.